Hello everybody. Today I added 4 extra chapters like I said I was going to do yesterday. Still not the greatest number that I'm looking at here for the word count, but we're we're moving closer to the goal. It's it's about 18,500 words, which I could probably turn into like 60,000 words, so a lot closer to 80 than what was originally thought of. Today and yesterday were some of the highest word counts that we got for the day at 1926 and 2145. Still, my record number is almost 3,000 at day 8. But yeah, now with the extra 4 first draft chapters done, that kind of means that we're going to be moving on to starting the second draft soon. I still have one more chapter to get done. It was the ending chapter. I'm having a little bit of trouble with it just because I feel like the dance party is one of the perfect ways to end this off. So we'll see how that sort of epilogue holds up. Again, depending on what draft 2 looks like, I might go back to draft 1 and do the whole of act 2. I don't want to exceed 100,000 words with this. I don't even know what to really classify this book as, so not that those word counts matter, as I have mentioned previously, but yeah, that's kind of all there is. We're moving on to the second draft, which is super exciting. It is one of the easiest kind of phases for me to do, because basically what it is me taking the story and just going line by line and basically expanding it. So this 18,000 word count right here is just basically the summary of the story. If you want the quick notes version of this story, it's still 18,000 words long. So getting to 80k, I'm confident I could probably do that, or at least get close to. I'm sure there's some other chapter that I can fill in the gaps for. Maybe somewhere in the middle. There are definitely some chapters where I will have to split them up. So right now we're looking at 27 chapters, but there's definitely going to be more, because one of them is chapter 19 is at 2,000 words, and that's just the first draft. So when I start adding more and more of the details, it's probably going to be 3 chapters alone where we're looking at that one event. I'll probably have to add more to the other haunted events that we look at, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. Super excited to start the second draft, and we're not even 3 weeks in and we're moving on to the second draft. So I'm really hoping that maybe by the end of October, or even before the first week in November is over, we'll be able to start really looking at the formatting, and also starting to work on figuring out what the genre is. The last book that I wrote was very clearly a romance, but this is like mystery, but not really. I wouldn't classify this as adventure, maybe action. I really have no idea where that fits, but we'll figure that out pretty soon. Just looking at all the definitions of each genre and seeing where this could possibly fit. In that video, I will also release the list of chapter names, so to speak. They're not really the chapter names because I want to do what other books do and make them sort of a little more fun than what they are now. They're basically like, okay, what happens in this group of words? And they won't actually be put into their proper chapters until I start to get to formatting, which is way down the line. It's around the time that I'll start editing, just after, and the editing process takes a really long time for me because spelling is not my strong suit, and I have learned that I can't 100% trust the computer, so we'll see how that works. I also started work on the cover, so that's going to be super exciting to do. I have no idea when it's going to be finished. I'll probably have to rework it because my original plan put people into it, and I'm not good at drawing people. So, cover started, draft 1 pretty much almost done. I only have 1 more to do, and then I'll get into the second draft. But yeah, that's it. I'll catch you all on the flip side.